Hey, what's up guys? Chris here, and I wanted to talk about biblical history being told as fairy tales. And I'm not talking about how atheists and other non-Christians twist what the Bible says to make it look like it's against science, or say that something is scientific fact when it's not observed, it's not proven to be fact. And what I'm talking about is how in the church during like Sunday school, things such as Noah's Ark and Goliath and how tall he was is distorted. Now, you've probably seen it, like Noah's Ark is shown as this small boat and like a giraffe's head is popping up out of it, something like that. And it looks like the animals are really compacted inside of there. And see, that's the problem. The Bible gives specific dimensions for it. And I'll leave a link in the description below giving more information about that, like, and how big it is. And it's not this small thing. Animals wouldn't be all crunched together. They would have plenty of room, and then there would be plenty of room for food for how long they had to stay on the ark. And that's a problem. I think one of the reasons why people leave the church, and one of my atheist friends who were formerly Christian thinks that the Bible is fairy tales, and this is one of the things they say, that there isn't enough room on the ark to hold all the animals. But he also makes the mistake of saying that there would be no way it could hold all the species on there. Well, of course not. There are millions of species. It's kinds that went on there, and that's different terminology for it. There's species that we know of today, but like those are all within a kind that the Bible is talking about. So, and there's a lot of information about that, like defining what a kind actually is. So, it's, and then like for Goliath, he's not some kind of gigantic skyscraper. He was a giant, but it's not like a skyscraper, okay? How giants are depicted in like all these myths and movies. It's not like that. And I can say that because it says in the Bible how tall he was, and it comes out to be about, and they used cubits in a span. We use feet and inches, or if you use the metric system, it'd be meters and that kind of stuff. It comes out to be about, not exactly of course, but about 9 feet 6 inches. Now, that is still gigantic considering the average height was around like 5 to 6 feet. So he was still 3 to 4 feet taller than the other people. The last I checked, I was 5'11" and a half. So I'm basically 6 feet probably now. So still, that's 3 feet up. That's pretty tall. So, but it's not this like 7-story skyscraper or something like that. No, that's not what the Bible says. That, and with Noah's Ark, the animals are not crunched together, poking their heads out of the ark. It was a massive ship that could easily contain all of the like 2 of each kind of animal. So, and I'm sure there's a lot of other things that are like other pieces of biblical history that are depicted as fairy tales, and that's what they've been made to be. And it's no wonder why people say that the Bible is fairy tales when that's what they've seen so often. And I understand kids might not understand certain concepts, like if you show them calculus, they're not going to know anything about that. But that's not the same here. They're going to understand, okay, Noah's Ark was a massive ship. They can understand that. Goliath was a giant, but not a like skyscraper. They can understand that. And if there's no reason to make it like that, you're not making it simpler, you're distorting it. So if you know of your church doing that, tell them to stop it, because honestly, they're the problem that's causing people to leave it. They're being a stumbling block to people. Because there's no, hey, by the way, that's not actually what the Bible says, this is it. And that's terrible that that would have to be there. It shouldn't be a, oh, by the way, that's not actually what the Bible says, this is. It should be from the very beginning, this is what the Bible says. Because otherwise you're basically lying in a way. And that's clearly not what a Christian should do. So, anyways, I'm rambling on. I just wanted to make this video on the reason why I think there's some people that say the Bible is fairy tales is because that's what they've been taught. A boat that is like no bigger than a bathtub, basically, with animals sticking their heads out, and apparently somehow Noah and the other 7 family members, because his wife and their 3 kids and their wives, so that'd be the 3 sons and their wives, so that's 6, the wife and him, so that's 8 altogether. Where would the 8 people fit on there? Where would all their food for basically a year, I think, fit on there? That's the problem, you see. So, but the actual dimensions allow for plenty of room for all the animals, for the food, for the family. It would work out perfectly fine. So, again, I'm rambling on. I just wanted to make this video because I wanted to address this problem within the church. And so, yeah. Please, if you know of that happening, please stop it. Please explain to them this. Explain to them your concerns and what they should be teaching, which they should be teaching what the Bible says. So, yeah, have an awesome day, and God bless you guys.